once I kind of have this idea of what I want to say in my work, I pick the best medium then for that to be executed in, or to, I guess, the most articulately tell the story that I want to tell. Hi, my name is Tony Albert and I'm an artist living and working in Brisbane. For me, I've always described my practice as conceptual based and very directed at not just my life but the life of Indigenous Australians and kind of the social and political economics of the way in which we live our life in the here and now. I think it's a really interesting question for me when looking at the idea of medium. Majority of my work actually stems from a collection that I started as a child actually of Aboriginalia, or kitsch Australiana with representations of Aboriginal people on it, which has stemmed through a variety of objects. So the collection that I had amassed wasn't a part of my art practice. In fact, I didn't have an art practice when, in the early days of collection. The inquisitive nature of the collection grew, and as I guess I grew more comfortable within using the objects, I also felt more comfortable in intervening with the objects themselves as well. So mark making on top of those objects, or using the objects in really different ways within the work. So there has been an interesting evolutionary progress, but that's come with my growth as an artist and I guess my comfort in working with that material. So the Melbourne Art Fair this year has given me an opportunity to explore some of the more recent thematics, but delve a little bit deeper into them. I've been working on a series using a lot of fabrics from the collection in relation to woodblock prints by Margaret Preston. It delves a little bit into the idea of appropriation, but also how in which appropriation forms these different ideas within the tourism and marketing, and particularly in ways in which Aboriginal iconography is used for that purpose. And again, going back to the canvases in the aftermath and looking at the, the broader scope of the canvases and how I can intervene even a little bit further. I think my idea of art was always this image of a beautiful picture. And then as a teenager, seeing works by people like Gordon Bennett and Tracy Moffat that I felt were so human in a way, like their stories were so reflective of, I felt, what my story was, and their ability to articulate these kind of really big picture ideas within the scope of artwork really opened my eyes to the possibility of what art really was and what art can do and how art can change perception and the way we think and the way we feel. And that was a really pivotal moment for me. So for the first time, I guess, through the eyes of other artists, was able to discover a bit more about myself and my own identity.